Hey, what's up, everybody? Lawler here, your inside source for all things Rocket League. We've got some more fun news for the day, as well as some insight into some topics we've been looking forward to. Starting off, Endpoint baits everybody about releasing their roster details on the top blokes and trying to announce who their org is, as well as Kinseh possibly replacing LJ on Jamal Jabary. Before we get into that, as always, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. And if you'd like to follow me and support me directly, easiest way to do so, social media is on the bottom left. You can find them in the description down below, along with links to everything I'm talking about in this video. We're trying to hit 50k subs by the end of the year, so making sure you hit that big red button on the bottom. It is greatly appreciated. There's like 50 or 60% of you that don't sub to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it if you did. With that said, let's get into the info. Up first, and probably the funniest one out of the three, is going to be coming from Endpoint. They end up putting out a tweet on the 21st of January, and it says, "Thank you for everything." They tag their entire team, including coach, and then put out this video. Take a look.
Don't do it! Oh my goodness! You can't make this up! Choroso, 2 solid touches for him. Oh, what a cut from Benson Norris! Dirty! 2-1! Oh, look at releasing, please!
Not sure if this was in response to the NIP rumor from Shift, but either way, fantastic content over from the Endpoint team. They do end up replying to it saying, "Sorry for the bait, guys. As we said, our boys are going nowhere. We can officially say they have been re-signed for the next 18 months. Now let's sweeten this deal and get the major." And this is something that you really love to see out of an organization. Endpoint has been making pretty good strides to try to progress further as a roster, and why not, tongue-in-cheek, not only talk about a way to show encouragement, but also get good impressions. Like, this is how content should be made. Don't take yourself so seriously. It is video games at the end of the day, and even though you are a serious business with a lot of money being invested, you can still show support in a creative way. So I absolutely love the way that they approach this. I think it's tongue-in-cheek and super funny, but more importantly, it's an 18-month contract for the guys for Endpoint. Not only will that get them through the rest of this year, but also through the next event as well. Assuming timelines are the same, this is essentially signing Endpoint and their Rocket League roster for the rest of RLCS and Season 11 as well, if timeline repeats the course, where it is a 9-month season and it goes roughly from September all the way until June, July. So I do like that Endpoint is pretty happy with their team and the results that are going, and they're willing to commit to the roster despite that. Obviously, trade windows, you can always do buyouts and stuff like that, but overall, to commit and give some job security to the players, I think is a really good thing, despite the market and everything else that's going on right now. So absolutely love what Endpoint's doing. Kudos to the organization. Up next, we've got a Reddit post by user RedSet235, and he asks, "What is the top Blokes org announcement taking so long?" He asks what was happening. There's been lots of talks about tweets and stuff hinting at the 18th and things that are supposed to be happening, and they weren't exactly sure what was going on. And the best part about this post is you actually got Rams, their coach, talking and leaving a comment. He says, "Just remember, COVID is a thing, and 3 of us live in the UK, which is currently in lockdown. We'll refrain from baiting too much. We're just as excited as some of you are or were, and can't wait to tell you about it when we can." And there's actually a couple things you can extrapolate from this. The first one, and just kind of an over-encompassing thing to provide some insight into, obviously with the pandemic and organizations trying to make official announcements, usually they want to have the guys in-house, whether it be their studio or otherwise, to take promotional photos and just kind of dot the T's and cross the I's. They want to make sure that the guys are comfortable with their decision, and there's a lot of things that they do, but majority of the time is when a team signs is they want to bring them in and take photos and stuff so they can help start promoting and really increase that growth and increase that organic, I guess, implementation to a current esports scene. And it's really difficult to do that without any promotional photos or social media content that they can really put out. So if the guys are under lockdown and can't travel and can't do that kind of stuff, it does make it difficult. Also with the market and everything else going on, case in point, I recently signed with Omen by HP. Hashtag ad, you can find the link down in the description if you'd like to check out their product. But same thing, you know, with layoffs and everything else and a lot of moving parts and different people moving in different positions, sometimes this stuff does cause for a delay. The thing to extrapolate from this, though, is that they have definitely signed with an organization. He's not saying that, no, we're not signing with anyone. No, we weren't just baiting you. No, it wasn't just a joke. What we are saying is that there is delays and there's reason for these delays, but rest assured, we have signed with someone or are looking to sign with one, and that stuff should hopefully be coming soon. And they, quote, can't wait to tell you about it when we can. So their thing is moving forward, top blokes, and their hard work is paying off. They are being rewarded for it. But as of right now, they just can't talk about it. So a lot of things to pull from that, and maybe I'm just overlooking into it because I do want this information to come out as quickly as possible. As a big fan of the top blokes guys, but I am glad to see that something is happening and it is in a positive way. It's just a matter of time until it gets to that next step. Last but not least, and kind of a big one on this information, is going to be a post from a tournament. There's a $1,000 tournament that's going down this weekend, and it shows that Jamal Jabary is actually not signing up with LJ. Toasty, their captain, and Krazik's two mainstays of the roster, but something that is a little bit different is Kinseh, who was previously on the Pittsburgh Knights roster before he got replaced by Sosa, has signed up as their third, and I actually like this quite a bit. This does happen all the time, and I don't know if this is going to be an official change and if we're looking too much into it, but there is some differences here. I know Sed Jr., he's been talking with me a little bit recently in my chat and otherwise. I've talked to him about, you know, the things that they're taking steps towards becoming this next team that isn't just going to perform well in group stage, but then lose in the playoff bracket, hinting at their grid performances where they go 6-0 in group play in the last 2 weeks of the NA winter split, but then they get into groups and they immediately get swept and they're knocked out in first round in round of 16. So sometimes that may just be some veteran experience. Maybe it's a mentality thing, whatever it may be. This is something that they are working towards. And if that means bringing in a new player or not, I do not know. If this is hinting at anything, it is quite possible that Kinseh is an addition as he is looking for a team after taking a little bit of time off. But again, LJ is a very talented player. I would not be surprised if this just is conversation and discussion being created without an official thing. And that's where I have to kind of nip this in the bud, is letting you guys know this is not official information. This is just someone recognizing something and putting that out into the public and possibly creating that conversation. So again, Jamal Jabary still official and will be official as these three in Toasty, Krazik's, and LJ until we hear otherwise. But maybe if things go really well, this leads into something else, even if it's just friends kind of playing together. On the other side of it too, it could possibly be LJ has found a new home on a different team that also wants to make a change. You never know. You got to look at it from both sides. But overall, just a rumor, nothing official just yet, but something to keep your eyes on the lookout for. That is going to wrap it up for this video. A little bit shorter in this one today. But if you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoy the content, thumbs up, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time. Peace.